It started with a routine software update, just a small patch, quietly downloaded by IT systems around the world. No alarms, no warnings, just a tiny line of code hidden inside a trusted file, like a drop of poison in a glass of water. And just like that, the door was open. This wasn't a random cyber attack. It wasn't noisy or fast. It was quiet, patient, and terrifyingly precise. What looked like an ordinary update from a company called SolarWinds was actually the beginning of one of the most dangerous and far-reaching cyber espionage campaigns in modern history. At the heart of it was Orion, a network monitoring tool used by thousands of government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, and security firms. Orion had one job: to sit quietly in the background, watching over entire networks, reporting any signs of trouble. Ironically, that same tool became the perfect Trojan horse. For over 9 months, the attackers were already inside. No one noticed. They weren't looking to crash systems or steal credit card numbers. This wasn't a typical hack. It was a ghost operation, where the attackers moved slowly, studied their targets, blended in with legitimate traffic, and vanished without leaving a trace. Somewhere deep in the shadows, a highly sophisticated group, believed to be linked to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR, had infiltrated SolarWinds' software build process. They didn't attack the customers directly. They attacked the supply chain. They compromised SolarWinds itself, embedding a backdoor into software updates that were digitally signed and trusted. When those updates were pushed out to customers, companies, governments, research labs, they unknowingly welcomed the enemy inside their walls. The infected update, later named Sunburst, was deployed to over 18,000 customers. But that was just the first layer. The attackers didn't use all 18,000 machines. That wasn't the plan. They carefully chose the juiciest targets: the U.S. Treasury, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Energy, Microsoft, FireEye, and more. This was not a heist. This was infiltration at the highest level. Even FireEye, a company known for catching cyber threats, got caught in the web. It was actually FireEye who first raised the alarm, not because they noticed something unusual on SolarWinds, but because their own red team tools, the digital weapons they used to test systems, had been stolen. That discovery triggered a full-blown investigation. And as researchers peeled back the layers, what they found sent chills through the cybersecurity world. The attackers hadn't just broken in. They had studied behaviors, mimicked legitimate users, stolen authentication tokens, and moved laterally across networks without setting off traditional alerts. They were so stealthy, so professional, that many experts admitted it was one of the cleanest, most surgical cyber operations ever seen. The scariest part? This wasn't just about data. This was about trust. Trust in digital supply chains. Trust in software updates. Trust in the very tools used to protect us. Because when the update itself is the attack, who do you trust? The consequences were massive. Government secrets, internal communications, source codes, strategies, all potentially accessed or stolen. The true extent of the breach may never be fully known. But behind closed doors, the U.S. scrambled to respond. Agencies launched damage assessments. Cybersecurity teams worked around the clock to find every infected machine, every backdoor, every compromised account. The trust in SolarWinds crumbled. Their stock dropped. Their reputation shattered. Eventually, U.S. officials confirmed what many already feared. This was a nation-state attack, likely carried out by Cozy Bear, an elite Russian group. And it wasn't just an attack on SolarWinds. It was an attack on global cybersecurity infrastructure. The SolarWinds hack became a defining moment, a wake-up call to governments and companies worldwide. It forced organizations to rethink their defenses, not just around the walls, but deep inside the heart of their systems. the supply chains they once took for granted. Because the truth is chilling. The enemy didn't break in through the back door. We invited them in through the front. A routine update, a trusted file, and a single moment that changed everything. If you like this story and want more true hacking cases like this, hit like, subscribe to AM Tricks, and turn on notifications.